What's up guys, I'm doing another Black Ops 4 multiplayer video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about everything that Treyarch revealed on their live stream today and what will be happening tomorrow in the new update for Black Ops 4, as well as future updates for Black Ops 4 regarding multiplayer. So I'll have specific videos about Blackout and Zombies, about what's coming soon for those and what Treyarch talked about on the live stream, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and check out those videos. But this video is just about multiplayer, and we're also going to be talking about League play as well. So Treyarch revealed a bunch of stuff about multiplayer and what's going to be happening here, and also with League play. So they say basically one of the big things that they're happening with League play is that they're making some changes to League play in regards to friendly fire and to team killing. So they talked about kind of like the logistics behind it and kind of their thought process behind developing this system, but basically what's going to happen in League play now. So at the start of a match, it is now going to be ricochet like it is in hardcore. So at the start of a match, if you try and like kill your teammates right off, it's only going to reflect damage back to you and probably end up killing you. And then after that, you will be able to still kill your teammates, but they decided that rather than just kick you after 3 team kills like what happens in hardcore, what they're going to do is after 3 team kills where either accidentally or purposefully killing your teammates, after those 3 team kills, it will now become ricochet for you. So then after you kill 3 teammates, rather than kicking you from the game and making it so your team is down 1 player, you will now just be dealing damage to yourself. So they say that hopefully by implementing this method, it means that people who just basically want to ruin other people's fun in League play and just want to run around and, kill their whole team and just make it no fun for them, will no longer really be able to do that. Sure, they'll be able to kill, 3 of their teammates, but there's not really a way around, differentiating between accidental team kills and purposefully team killing. But after 3, then it will become ricochet. So you can have your fun and kill 3 teammates in League play, but then after that, anytime you even like hit a teammate, it's going to ricochet back to you. And they said they're also going to be looking into other different balancing passes and stuff for stuff like leaving matches, and also that way maybe your teammates might not be penalized as much if they're playing, say, like a 3v5 or something like that. So they say they're looking into more of that stuff, and I think that's good. I would hope that maybe you only get like so many points lost. Maybe it's like a percentage that, like, if you lose but you have 100% of your teammates, obviously, you will lose 100% of all your progress or whatever. But if you only have, say, 2 teammates with you, you're only going to lose out on, like, say, like 60% rather than 100% or something like that. I hope that Treyarch implements something like that. It makes it a little bit more fair. They say they are looking into stuff like that. And so League play should be a little bit better now for all you competitive players out there. And next up is the big topic for this video, and that is BAREBONES. So it's been confirmed that we're going to be having BAREBONES coming to Black Ops 4 multiplayer. And this is really exciting because a lot of people in the community have been requesting this. A lot of people aren't huge fans of the specialist mechanics in this game. And Treyarch even kind of went in depth in their live stream and talking about BAREBONES about this. And they said that sure, they could totally just, throw out specialists and all this new stuff that they've introduced in Black Ops 4. But what they wanted to do is they wanted to have a kind of like a throwback to, say, games like Black Ops 2 is really what they base this game mode on, is Black Ops 2's multiplayer, but also still keep some of the new features that they've introduced into Black Ops 4, because they believe that they've introduced them for a reason and that they can still play off of the traditional BAREBONES game without any specialists. So this is what happens in BAREBONES. It will be a playlist of Team Deathmatch and Domination are the 2 modes that it's going to start out with. There's also going to be a hardcore playlist available too. There will be no specialists, no specialist equipment, operator mods, or gear. So you won't be able to use your purifier, you won't be able to use your reactor core or your cluster grenade or any of that stuff. No specialists, no specialist equipment. You can't even use any operator mods like the dual wield for like the SOGs or the bayonet knife for the Vapor. None of that stuff, and you can't use any gear. So you can't use stim shot, body armor, ComSec device, any of that stuff. None of that will be featured in the BAREBONES playlist, and if you have any of that stuff on your classes, it will restrict you from using those in-game. So they say that they still have the manual heal and the fog of war, so those aren't going away. It's not like a completely traditional Black Ops game mode, say like Black Ops 1 or 2, but I think this is good, with no specialist equipment, operator mods, or gear. It's kind of more of a reminiscent and throwback to Black Ops 2. Another thing that's really awesome about this mode is that equipment don't have any recharges in this mode. So every single time you spawn, you're going to get your equipment. So previously, equipment like frag grenades or Molotovs and stuff like that, they would all behave just like your specialist equipment. So a frag grenade would behave just like a cluster grenade, where it would take time to charge up, and then eventually you'd be able to use it. You use it, and then it gets set on, the recharge timer, and once it is recharged, you can use it again. Well, that is changed, so there's not going to be any recharges in this mode. So every single time you spawn, you are going to get your equipment, just like you did back in Black Ops 2. How every time you spawn, if you had a class on with like C4 or a frag grenade, you would have that frag grenade or C4. That's the same thing in this mode. Every single time you spawn, you will get your equipment. So if you use a frag grenade and you die 2 seconds later and you spawn again, you're going to have your frag grenade back. But you will only have one for the life. Scavenger doesn't replenish it, and there's no recharge for it. So if you spawn in and you throw your frag grenade, you die, you'll spawn in again and you'll have your frag grenade. But let's say this time you use your frag grenade right off the start of this life, but then you end up getting like a merciless kill or something, and you end up surviving for a long time. You will not be able to get any more equipment. It's only one for the life, like I said, and there's no recharging it. So I think that this new Barebones playlist is actually going to be really cool, and I think it's going to work out really well. So that will be coming out tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. That should be really fun. And like I said, it's Team Deathmatch and Domination to start, and there's also a hardcore playlist with Team Deathmatch and Domination as well. One more thing I want to add about the Barebones playlist is that this is the place to be able to get all of your equipment challenges. Everybody that I know does not have their equipment challenges done. Everybody's maybe sitting at below 15%. But there is a section of challenges in the prestige section where you have to get kills with frag grenades, molotovs, combat axes, and you have to destroy projectiles with the trophy system and get EKAs while stunned with the concussion, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. This is the mode to do it in. Since every single time you spawn, you'll get your equipment, this is the mode to be able to get all of your equipment challenges. So put on frag grenade, put on molotov, put on combat axe, put on concussion and trophy system, and just use these to your full extent, because in regular modes, these have to charge up, which means you're not going to be able to get as many kills with, say, a frag grenade in any other playlist as you will in Barebones. Next up is that Infected will be coming soon. They didn't give a release date and many details about it. They just said that, Infected was first introduced in a Black Ops game in Black Ops 3, and it will be coming to Black Ops 4 here real soon. So they didn't give a release date, but I would assume here within the next month, sometime within April, basically when we're going to be getting Alcatraz and Blackout would be when I assume we're going to be getting this new mode for multiplayer. Next up is that we have a brand new mode being added in. It's being called Deathmatch Domination, and in this mode, kills will now give your team points towards objectives, just like how holding flags gives you points. So the big thing behind this mode is that they say that a big thing about domination is that you have players that literally just go for kills and don't even go for flags or anything like that. And so it's really frustrating to have a game where you end up losing because your team either does really terrible or they're only focused on kills. So sure, this guy might have 120 kills in the game of domination, but what does it matter if this guy only had one capture and you guys still lose the game? So this mode seeks to change that. So like I said, every single time you get a kill, you're going to be able to get some more points towards your objective. So just like how when you're holding a flag, if you hold A flag, you're going to get some points every couple seconds. If you hold B flag, you're going to get a couple points every few seconds. And the way to win in domination is to hold 2 flags and defend those 2 flags. And your enemy is only going to have 1 flag, so they're not going to be able to earn as many points in the time that it's going to take you to get to 200 and win. Well, in this mode, every single time you get a kill, you're going to help out the objective. So technically, you could not even capture a single flag, but you could only go for kills and you could still end up winning the game. But also keep in mind that anytime you die, it means that the enemy team gets points towards their objective. So it might not be worth it anymore to actually go for B flag or something like that. So if you're playing on a map that B flag is heavily contested, it might not be worth it to just constantly be jumping on B flag, dying, progressing it a little bit, and just keep doing that until you get the flag. It might be better just to slay in certain maps. But that should be a fun new mode and help out, domination players get their wins, and also slayers and people who just want to go for kills. So next up is that we are having a brand new map being added in. This is a reimagining of a current map with alternate weather, and it is called Arsenal Sandstorm. So they say that this is releasing tomorrow, but I have a little asterisk next to it because on the stream they seemed confused about when it's going to release. Some of the guys on the stream were like, yeah, this is coming out tomorrow, right? And then other guys were like, yeah, it's coming out soon. So I don't know exactly if it will be coming out tomorrow, because Treyarch themselves seemed confused on this, but I think it's coming out tomorrow is what the big consensus was about this. And they say that it's the same map but with just some large visual obstruction. So obviously it's a sandstorm, so my guess is that on this side of the map you're probably not going to be able to see into the window very well because there's going to be a sandstorm, because it's going to be, you know, really obstructed. But it should be kind of fun. I really like these, you know, current alternate maps with like different weather types. Like I really liked Contraband Hurricane, I like Firing Range Night, and I also like Seaside Sunset. They're all really fun, and so it'll be really fun to try out Arsenal Sandstorm. And I think that this map might be the best one out of the bunch, because hopefully this map might be able to change up the current meta of the map, and hopefully might be able to have a different flow as opposed to the original Arsenal. So if only this sandstorm could do something about those stupid vents, dude, that would be just the perfect thing. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case. Next up is that reactive camos are now going to be equipable on every single weapon, regardless if it has gold camo or not. So previously, reactive camos were only available on specific weapons. So if you have a SG-12 reactive camo, you had to unlock that reactive camo for the SG-12, and you could rock it on the SG-12. But if you wanted to put that camo on any other weapon, you had to get that camo gold, and then you could put that reactive camo on. Now, if you have, say, the plasma drive camo that was originally found on the KN-57, you can now put it on the Vapor, even if you don't have it gold. So that should be a fun change of pace and be able to, you know, just use any reactive camos you want, make it a little bit more fun to play with, and it's just kind of like a cool new change. And the last thing for this video is that score streak kill medals will now give you more XP. So they found out that certain score streak kills didn't give you the proper amount of XP because, you know, every like kill gives you like a medal pretty much. And so they found that certain score streak kill medals didn't give the same amount of XP as others, so they're now making it so every score streak kill will now give the exact same amount of XP, and it should be able to give you 100 XP regardless if it's an RCXD, a gunship, a thresher, or an attack chopper. It'll all give you 100 XP, and every medal will give you 100 XP. So I mean, it should help you rank up a little bit more if you're using some of those score streaks that weren't giving you the proper amount of XP. But yeah, should be a good change. I really like that. And we're going to have the full patch notes coming out tomorrow, so I'll make a video about that, detailing every single change. Treyarch also said that they're going to be making some weapon balancing changes to say like the pistols are getting a buff, and certain weapons in, say, the assault rifle class, so like the KN-57 might be getting a little bit of a buff. They said that the Rampart might be getting a buff, kind of depending on certain circumstances, and then also some of the SMGs overall are going to be getting a little bit of a buff, and then the SDM, the sniper there, is going to be getting a huge fire rate buff to make it a little bit more viable, and then also the Paladin HP50 is going to be getting one more bullet in its clip, so it'll now be up to a 6-bullet clip, but the trade-off there is it's going to take a little bit longer to reload, so shouldn't be too bad. It should make snipers a little bit better and just every weapon in the game a little bit better. And yes, we'll see how this all plays out tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.